By the way, isn't that breeze nice? Do you feel the breeze? Because I don't want anybody going on me. We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care. See, now the press will take that and they'll say he said a horrible thing.
Did you hear what Donald Trump just said right there? He said, I don't care about you. I just want your vote. That was Donald Trump's speech in Las Vegas. It was about 110 degrees, a disastrous speech where Donald Trump continued to basically ridicule the crowd there. Let me just play you that clip one more time so you can process what he just said. And there are more clips like that where Donald Trump says things about the crowd like that. Here, play this clip.
By the way, isn't that breeze nice? Do you feel the breeze? Because I don't want anybody going on me. We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care. See, now the press will take that and they'll say he said a horrible thing.
Then Donald Trump says, look, I hear a lot of media reports that people are concerned about your health. Look, if you fall down, we'll have people splash water on you. But people should really be concerned about me. Why doesn't anybody care about me up here? That's what Donald Trump says next. Play this clip.
We don't have enough time. And now, by the way, it's 110, but it doesn't feel it to me, right? So we'll stay out here for a little while. If anybody gets tired, you'll let me know. And if anybody goes down, if you start going down, we have people, they'll pick you up right away. They'll throw water. You know, they were so worried. Everybody was so worried yesterday about you. And they never mentioned me. I'm up here sweating like a dog. Secret Service said, we have to make sure everyone's safe. I said, what about me? Oh, we never thought of that. They don't think about me. I'm working my ass off. I'm working hard.
And Donald Trump attacks the contractors who set up the microphone and the teleprompter and says he's not going to pay them, and then starts cursing at them. Play the clip.
Tell him to make the microphone louder. It's terrible. Yeah. He just came up. Are the teleprompters not working? So not even a little bit. Great job. And then I don't pay the company that does it, right? And then I end up with a story Trump doesn't pay. I don't pay contractors that do a shitty job. And that's a shitty job. That's a shitty job. You can't read a word. But you know what? It usually ends up that the speech is better. It's crazy. Then they'll say, oh, isn't it terrible? Trump takes advantage of his No, I take great. When I have a good contractor or a subcontractor, nobody gets paid faster. But when I have contractors that do this kind of work, you can have them.
Then there's more whining by Donald Trump here regarding the teleprompter. Play the clip.
By the way, just in case you're wondering, I got no teleprompters, and I haven't from the beginning. These people... That probably means we'll make a better speech. No, I got no teleprompter. You know, I pay all this money to teleprompter people, and I'd say 20% of the time they don't work. They don't work. The thing's waving around. They can't tie it a little bit tighter. I'm trying to look at... So we're all in this together, everybody.
Then we reach the Jim Jones phase of the Trump speech where he tells his audience that they'd rather unalive themselves than vote for President Biden. Play this clip.
Wouldn't it be incredible? He's gone to 250 if he voted for Biden. He's going to vote for Biden. I don't think so. I think it would be suicide before Biden, right?
Donald Trump then glitches. Play the clip.
And no third, I'll tell you what, no.
Donald Trump then starts cursing at special counsel Jack Smith. Play the clip.
I said, I don't want to get off like that. I did nothing wrong. It's Presidential Records Act. I did nothing. You know, we have a deranged individual named Jack Smith. He's a deranged, dumb guy. He's a dumb son of a bitch. And what he did.
Pretty deranged stuff, right? Then Donald Trump says that he's going to look very strongly at January 6th, and he says that the January 6th insurrectionists were treated unfairly. Play this clip.
We're going to let this happen with our country anymore. We're taking back our country. So when we get in, it's going to go very rapidly. We're going to do a lot of things. We're going to look very strongly at J6. Those people, there has never been people treated more horrifically than J6 hostages.
Donald Trump doesn't know how to say the word Hispanics. Play the clip.
War on the workers of America, especially African Americans and Hispanic Americans and African Americans are the ones suffering most with this incredible illegal alien group that's coming in instead.
Donald Trump struggles to say the word military. Play the clip.
These are sick people, and I hope the military revolts at the voting booth and just says, we're not going to take it. They can say anything. They're a party of misinformation, disinformation.
Donald Trump then praises the insurrectionists again and calls them warriors. Play the clip.
But those J6 warriors, they were warriors, but they were really more than anything else. They're victims of what happened. All they were doing is protesting a rigged election. That's what they were doing. And then the police say, go in, go in, go in. Go in. How about Scaffold Joe, the guy on the scaffold? Or how about the big FBI guy or wherever he comes from? Go on in, everybody. Go on in. What a setup that was. What a horrible, horrible thing.
Now, if you have any idea what he's talking about here, let me know. But this is part of Donald Trump's speech. You've heard us cover it here before, where he talks about how he'd rather be electrocuted than eaten by sharks. And here he says that he's very smart because he has a relationship to MIT, he says. And then he says if a boat sank because it's fueled with or it has electric power, then you can get eaten by sharks. And that's a major issue right now facing Americans. Play the clip.
So I said, let me ask you a question. And he said, nobody ever asked this question. And it must be because of MIT, my relationship to MIT. Very smart. He goes, I say, what would happen if the boat sank from its weight and you're in the boat and you have this tremendously powerful battery and the battery's now underwater and there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there. By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. Do you notice that? A lot of shark. I watched some guys justifying it today. Well, they weren't really that angry. They bit off the young lady's leg because of the fact that they were not hungry, but they misunderstood who she was. These people are crazy. He said there's no problem with sharks. They just didn't really understand a young woman swimming now. It really got decimated, and other people too. A lot of shark attacks. So I said, so there's a shark 10 yards away from the boat, 10 yards, or here. Do I get electrocuted? If the boat is sinking, water goes over the battery, the boat is sinking. Do I stay on top of the boat and get electrocuted? Or do I jump over by the shark and not get electrocuted? Because I will tell you, he didn't know the answer. He said, nobody's ever asked me that question. I said, I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of electric current coming through that water. But you know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time. I'm not getting near the shark. So we're going to...
Donald Trump, in the ultimate act of projection, says that you have to be a psycho or a very stupid person to call our veterans suckers and losers. We all know that Donald Trump was the one who called veterans suckers and losers. This is according to multiple sources, including Donald Trump's own former chief of staff, a retired General John Kelly. But play this clip.
They make up stories, disinformation. A story like that. Think of it from a practical standpoint. I'm standing there with generals and military people in a cemetery, and I look at them, I say, these people are suckers and losers. Now, think of it. Unless you're a psycho or a crazy person or a very stupid person, who would say that anyway? But who would say it to military people with military? Because as president of the United States, I would say if I made that statement, if I have generals here, I would imagine that most of them would end up in a major fist fight with the president, okay? And you know what? I would have said it was okay in that one instance. They made up a story. They just, out of thin air, just like a lot of the fake stories are made up by these people, because they're among the most dishonest people in the country, the fake news. They're dishonest people.
Donald Trump then just says the words Russia, 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 Russia over again. Play the clip.
And it's just like Russia, 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 Ukraine, 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 51 intelligence agents, that phony story, remember? The laptop is from Russia, they said. And they should be prosecuted for what they did. Okay, they should be prosecuted. Let's see what happens.
Donald Trump then brags to the crowd about acing a dementia test. Play this clip.
No. You know, I had a second test. I aced it. I aced both of them. Not easy to ace.
And then before Donald Trump spoke, Marjorie Taylor Greene talks about how she worships people like Trump. She goes, I worship Jesus, and he's a convicted felon. So Jesus is a convicted felon, and Trump, that's why she supports Trump. Play the clip.
The Democrats and the fake news media want to constantly talk about, oh, President Trump is a convicted felon. Well, you want to know something? The man that I worship is also a convicted felon. And he was murdered on a Roman cross.
And then the head of the Republican Party from the state spoke as well before Donald Trump. And he said that everybody there needs to worship Donald Trump. And he says he worships Donald Trump. Here, let's show you that clip right there.
What more can be said than thank God we're here in Sunset Park to worship and bring back the greatest president we've ever known in our generation.
While that's going on, too, the Biden campaign has released the following video. It's a brutal new ad from the Biden campaign. Let me just share it with you. Play the clip.
Leaders caught on camera laughing about President Trump.
Several world leaders mocking President Trump.
They're laughing at him.
My administration has accomplished more than almost any administration in the history of our country. Didn't expect that reaction, but that's okay.
World leaders mocking and ridiculing him for being completely off balance.
Allies are deeply worried about it. They say he's becoming increasingly isolated. Something is very wrong.
The world sees Trump for what he is: insincere, ill-informed, corrupt, dangerously incompetent, and incapable, in my view, of world leadership. And if we give Donald Trump 4 more years, we'll have a great deal of difficulty, if ever, being able to recover America's standing in the world and our capacity to bring nations together.
You know, because that's how the world leaders see that person who I just showed you on stage, and they laugh at him. And it's Trump makes the United States the laughingstock of the world. There have been a lot of billboards like this up in Vegas, convicted felon. Also, the Biden campaign welcomed Trump to Las Vegas by taking over the homepage of the newspaper owned by one of Trump's major donors, Miriam Adelson. And you see right there, it says, Donald Trump, convicted felon, a disaster for Nevada's economy, a threat to America. And you see it's the Las Vegas Review Journal right there. There you have it, folks. We'll keep you posted as we learn more. Just wanted to share those moments with you. Have a wonderful day. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million together.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.